I just really, really want you guys to have open hearts when you listen to this, because this is something that the Lord has been actually teaching me lately. And I'm going to explain it when I'm done, because I think there's a lot of significance and a huge message behind it. So. This song, sometimes like when I sit at church or I'm dwelling in the Word, the Lord reveals to me certain things. And the thing that started this song was, he's like, it's easier to breathe when I allow new breath in. That's what he told me, and I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And so I applied it to my life, and I was like, okay, it seems like I was in a certain circumstance, and like it seems like I was not allowing the Lord's voice to be heard enough. And so that's essentially the meaning behind that is it's easier to breathe when I allow new breath in. It's easier to go about life when you let the Lord breathe for you, when you let Him, guide your steps in instead of trying to breathe on your own. Otherwise, you're just gonna die. You're gonna not have any breath. So that's where that came from. And after that, it says it's easier to hold. It's easier to hold when my hands are open. How can the Lord give you guys things if your hands are holding on to stuff of your own, of your own pleasures, if you're holding on to your own treasures? And when your hands are open, when they're essentially lifted up to the Lord, He can fill them with treasures, And another thing that the Lord had told me, it's not in this song, but He's like, leave the dirt at the cross and I'll fill your hands with gold, And that's kind of behind that is, you have dirt in your hands compared to what the Lord has for you. Even if you think what you guys have is really, really awesome, maybe it's a certain guy or girl that, doesn't know the Lord and you're not supposed to be in that relationship, but you're holding on anyways. Or maybe it's a certain TV show that you shouldn't be watching, but, oh my gosh, it's just so good and I'm so hooked. But no, let go of it. Maybe it's money. Just let the Lord orchestrate it for you. He'll give you gold. It may not seem like it right now, but the Lord's treasures, okay, for a God who has heaven at our ultimate, don't you think He has awesome treasures for us now? So that's behind that part. And then later on in the verses it says, it's easier to see when my eyes are closed. And you can kind of parallel that to one of the first things I said with breathing. But when your eyes are open, you're seeing things yourself. And as sinners, we all have this veil in front of our eyes, And when our eyes are closed, all we can see is the Lord, and that veil is non-existent. And to be able to see the Lord and just know what He wants for our life instead of trying to search it ourselves and just seeking out the Lord, maybe not literally closing your eyes, but just seeking the Lord to show you life through His eyes and put a holy veil, in a sense, over your eyes is behind that part. And then, what's the last thing? It's easier to see when it's easier to feel when I'm exposed. And this actually applied to my life a little bit, to a certain part, and that part was totally from the Lord. I don't even know where I came up with that lyric, but I was like, wow, this is so cool. Definitely God. And so it's easier to feel when I'm exposed. The Lord knows all, He sees all, and He knows all your guys' hearts, but how are you going to be able to grow and leave all your sins at the cross if you keep holding on to them and not revealing yourself? You have to be vulnerable in this situation. But the thing is about it, you may be vulnerable in a relationship with a guy or girl, or you may be vulnerable in a relationship with your mom or dad. But in this situation, the Lord will never fail you, So you can have that vulnerability, and you'll be able to feel things 100 times more, So that was behind that song, and now I'm going to play another one.